feel. About 2 years ago, my life was turned upside down when I inherited my grandfather's multi-million-dollar home. My grandfather bought this home in 1968, and I literally grew up right here. I took my first steps downstairs. When he passed away, I inherited his home as the sole heir. The challenges of inheriting a family home came with a tax. The day after my grandpa passed away, I started receiving letters from people attempting to buy his house. One stated that I was behind in my taxes, which I was not. Companies were trying to pose as financial institutions, often to get you into reverse mortgages. One neighbor literally sent a letter expressing their condolences, but then offering to buy the house. They offered me $800,000, which is a lot of money, but it was a slap in the face because in this neighborhood, I know my house is worth almost $2 million. Their actions really showed you don't want me here. I believe that those letters were not random. They know for sure who is inheriting and what. We are a Black family in a community that used to be all Black. Then the state of Washington started to investigate me. They believed that there was potential elderly financial abuse, and they literally froze all of my accounts. I was under investigation for about a year. So in 2021, I decided to remodel the house. I thought that, okay, I'm a really good candidate for a renovation loan. I have an 820 credit score. This house is worth almost $2 million. I was denied for loans repeatedly. The emotional toll that went along with inheriting my grandfather's house were so much more than I can bear. I've had to fight for myself every step of the way. I don't want other people to have to keep fighting. You should be able to have peace in your grief.
You think all or most of it was racially driven?
I think there was a lot of it that was definitely racially driven, for sure.
What do you think was the most transparent, racially motivated attempt to exploit you?
Yeah, there were, when my grandpa passed away, there were letters that came immediately after he passed away. And to be in an area of Seattle where these are Black families used to be, they're not anymore. The letters were very clear, like, we don't want you here. There was one in particular that was just heartbreaking. And then going to apply for a loan and realizing that, hey, to get an appraisal, one of the requests is either don't let them in or don't let them know whose house it is and what type of family lives there, remove the pictures that look like you. And understanding what I know and being educated, that means we need you to not show that this is a Black home, because a Black home is going to be valued less. The value of my home is not indicative on the color of my skin.
But the truth is, we have empirical evidence as well as anecdotal case studies that show exactly that. If you hide the fact that this is a Black-owned home, the appraisal is likely to be higher than if you don't hide that fact, which is a sad chronicle of affairs. How many times did you try to get loans to renovate that home?
Oh my God, I would say probably 12. And I've been a homeowner since I was 21 years old. So this is not new to home ownership. I understood what costs were gonna be needed and went to the bank, had all my papers. I'm a full-time entrepreneur, but I'm very good on my accounting and things. Denied. And this house is paid off. So there's no mortgage, it's just full equity. And I'm like, to not be able to tap the equity, what's going on here? I barely had any debt. I should have been a perfect candidate for
Perfect candidate.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a great credit score.
I was so proud of it. 820, like what the heck? So
yeah, you should be proud of that. And you are entrepreneurial, you own a home, you have no mortgage, you've got this home, which is free. You have all of the collateral in the world, and you're not asking for an exorbitant amount to renovate the home, but you keep getting no.
Yeah.
But what explanation did they give you?
Yeah, so, they can say, oh, we're talking debt to income. And I'm like, but that doesn't make any sense. And when I ask for further explanation, we just go off of the computers. And then I'm like, okay, so if you're going off a computer, but you're not looking at the hard facts, something's not adding up.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.